Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The sun setting over the... And it... Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for him.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 slot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Young passes to Capella, shoots over Tucker, and Capella the bucket on the assist from Young. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
Now, here's Collins. He's coming off a 28-point game against New York.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
Now Westbrook, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Westbrook finds Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Here's House. Rebounded by Capella. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Tries from 10, and Herter gets it to go. Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
Here is House. Pass to Harden. And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Hawks on D, outside Westbrook. Second chance shot. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Capella. Young left side, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Westbrook kicks to House. The Rockets again can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Young passes to Collins. Stolen by Harden. And it's Houston on the break. Covington with the bucket.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
Young taking his time here. The pass to Herter. Young outside. Out to the right wing. From deep, Collins. It's rebounded by Houston. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
But one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Carter comes in for Hunter. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Keeps the defense guessing. They don't know who to try to take away.
Now, here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
Now Covington. Carter's missing on the three. Back to McLemore. And stolen by Dedmon. Collins kicks to Teague. The 11-footer. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to McLemore. Here's Clemens. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Not a fan of those kinds of passes.
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the first. He kicks it to Rivers. Passes it to Clemens. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good. It's a tie game here in Houston. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Russell Westbrook, a surly disposition on the court, but he talks
throughout the years I've been trying to.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Some people might feel they got some hometown calls, but when your team is pushing the action, you often get the benefit of the doubt.
They've got Green. Ben McLemore is out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Clemens in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Amazing story for Dwayne Dedmon. Didn't play organized basketball until he was 18, undrafted out of USC, but his talent has won out.
3 on the clock. Embry the pass to Fernando. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone, Rivers finds Carroll. Back to Rivers. Pass to McLemore. The 19-foot shot, and that's good for 2. McLemore's got the lead up to 2 now for Houston. And he may have picked up the game late, but Dedmon is making up for lost time.
What I like, he's improved his hands and decision-making. Even added a three-point shot the last couple of years. You can tell he's putting the work in.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. Outside Teague. Here's Bembry. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Here's Rivers. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Rockets lead by 2.
Listen, when Austin Rivers can square up and knock down jumpers, he becomes much more dangerous. Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And this is a perfect situation for them coming up. They'll be facing a lot of teams that they should beat, and those games will be at home. Can't ask for a better stretch of the schedule.
Now here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Puts it up from 17. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Now it's a 4-point Rocket lead. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
The pass to Fernando. Teague for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Even when plays, Steve, aren't being run for them, certain guys always get a lot of their points on tip-ins and putbacks. They're always right there. Who catches your eye in that category?
Andre Drummond, for sure, Kevin. He's phenomenal on the offensive glass. Rudy Gobert, Al Horford, he gets those timely tip-ins.
He does, you're right.
And look at another guy is Whiteside. When he's engaged, he can. Marvin Bagley is a newer name, and he's fantastic at that as well.
1:31 left in the first half. Rivers with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Carroll finds Green, lays it up and banks it in.
Nice find there from Carroll to keep the ball moving for the score.
Right side Teague. It's good. Teague's got 5 points in the quarter. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Green, and it's Green with the jam.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now, here's Reddish. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Fernando. No good on the triple.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the foul on Cam Reddish. That is his first foul of the game. Houston a whole new 5 on the floor. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Now, here is Harden. His point totals exceed any reasonable expectations. Somehow, he's managed to average about 34.5 points a game. Here's Herter, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. And once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Covington with the steal. The deep 3 from Harden. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all. And that's going to...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They trail by 1. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5. And again, it's Atlanta.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Covington. Back to Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Passes it to Herter. To the left side wing. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Capella finds Young from deep. Cuts off the pass. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Oh, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Pulls it up. No good on that one. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
To the middle. Here's Herder. Westbrook pulls it in. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And yes, it's good. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Young dishes to Capella. Here's Hunter. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 8 points.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Covington kicks to Harden. Pass to Westbrook. Lets the 3 fly. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Robert Covington. Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. Outside Collins. Reddish the pass to Collins. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Kicks it to Young. Fires the 3. He can't hit that time. Good D by Westbrook. Harden outside. Westbrook against Young. Stolen by Carter. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And Reddish with the slam.
That's next level vision. Young could probably lead the league in assists if that were his goal.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Then McLemore comes in for Damari Carroll. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bembry's checked in for Trae Young. The Rockets trail. And here comes House, leading the fast break. From deep, Harden. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1 3, and that was in the first half.
The shot by Carter, nobody around. Kept alive.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Tucker kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Westbrook. The Rockets with another miss. The Hawks leading by 3. Over in the corner, Reddish. There's the pass to Capella. Outside Collins. Pass to Reddish. There's the triple. Good D by Harden. The shake. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's still anybody's game. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Rivers, and it's Clemens in at the point. Pass to Herter. Now, here's Hunter, defended by Covington. Second shot opportunity, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Young's checked in.
Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
Covington passes to Clemens. He dishes it to Tucker. Houston moving it around. Covington kicks to Harden. Rebound, Atlanta.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Jacks up a 3. Herter, no good. Rockets trail by 4. Pass to House. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. The pass to Clemens. Now here's Covington to the right side. Houston needs to get a shot. And that one hits back iron.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Young drives in, and he banks in the layup. Young's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
With that tight handle, Trae Young can get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Harden inside the three-point line. The Rockets again can't hit.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
John Collins, he's checked in for Atlanta. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Hawks on D. Covington with it, guarded by Hunter. Harden has a wide open look.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Off target from outside.
And they continue to control the glass.
Good on the three-point shot. Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. Not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Lets it go from deep. Another shot. Covington wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Young dishes to Capella. Stolen by Harden. Here's the 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Daniel House has checked in for Mbaumute. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Young, here we go. 2 points. That one goes. Young's got 9 points in the quarter.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Tucker. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Hawks.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Clint Capella.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
And here's Harden for three. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And the Hawks with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Over to the left wing. Back to Collins. Capella, the pass to Young. The three. He's off on that one.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important.
Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it.
A view of the Atlanta skyline and all the action below it, as seen from the 17th Street Bridge. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Wiggins.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Andrew Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the center filling out the middle. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
The shot by Curry, no good. And it's the Hawks' ball.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
The offensive rebound, Chris. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And they pick up 2. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018, sweet touch and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Herter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Wiggins outside. Outside for Curry. From outside, off the mark. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Well, Kevin, this Warriors team, they just have a wealth of stars. Nothing can equal the roster from last season, though. But they legitimately had an all-star at every position for a bit.
And he comes up with the deuce.
I mean, he can wow you with his passes. I mean, that's as good of a pass as any three-pointer Curry's going to hit.
Here's Young. Chris with the rebound. And even with the departures this offseason, the Warriors, Chris, are still a contender.
Yeah, and the Warriors knew that they couldn't keep the same roster. It just wasn't possible. But still, what a ride it was for the short time it lasted.
Here's Capella following the basket by Draymond Green from past the arc. Hunter, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
This shot certainly in Thompson's arsenal. I mean, he keeps the defense guessing.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. For the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Young. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Hawks making a change here. Carter's checked in. Wiggins drawn the double team. Stolen by Carter. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Oh, Teague in position.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. Atlanta making a switch here. Bembry's checked in. The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
The Hawks leading. Outside Teague. Dedmon passes to Bembry. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. And Looney sends it back. Carter. They get the rebound. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And while we can, let's see which rookies have led the way in scoring since the All-Star break. Number 5 is Cam Reddish.
As this season progresses, you can see his confidence growing. Sometimes you forget that he's just a rookie. I mean, he looks very confident and poised with his approach to the game.
Now here's Wiggins. Vince Carter missing his last shot. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the pass to Looney. On the wing, Wiggins. Elbow shot. That misses off the backboard. And here's the break. And the turnover again by Atlanta. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. 5 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Poole. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling...
Tie game in Atlanta. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Well, governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after one.
You've got Dwayne Dedmon, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Reddish, and it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Some people have already predicted future MVPs. Is there a surprise name that you think could win that MVP award, Chris, down the road?
I think there are a few surprises. I mean, we can go young with young guys like a Trae Young or Luka Doncic. We can go with guys that we expect to do it, like Anthony Davis, who it just seems like he's just biting at the bit. There's a few young Celtics. There's a few young Lakers that in a few years you never know what they could do, especially the ones that are playing with great guys and watching their practice habits, game habits, stealing their recipes or stealing what they eat before the game and their health-wise. So many guys right now that are going to be in that second tier coming up. It's going to be fun to watch their growth.
It will. Here's Teague. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, when Teague has a step or two on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
The Hawks trailing. In the corner, Collins with it. The Hawks again can't hit.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And that one, good.
End-to-end, Thompson is very difficult to match up with defensively. I mean, if you don't do it, that's the outcome.
Teague drives in. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. We'll take a look at the Warriors. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
And seeing where the Warriors are, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Teague. Here's Curry, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
I like how Curry shoots that one in rhythm. No need to force the issue.
Collins passes to Huerter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young for 3. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And there's the call on John Collins. That's his first foul. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Hunter comes in for Reddish. The Warriors also with a sub. Chris is checked in, and Thompson kicks to Curry. Fires at the elbow. Chris chipped back in for 2. Chris has got his second basket.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. And that one drops for him. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
I tell you, how do you defend Curry on the catch and shoot? It's hard because he can hurt you from so many spots on the floor.
Hunter dishes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Well, to me, Clint Capella is a classic center. I mean, I love his hands. Great footwork. I mean, he takes what is given to him. He plays inside, protects the rim. And if you throw it up, he'll finish it with authority. And we all know what can happen when this fella gets hot. And guys, he is hot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Curry with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Launches a 3. The shot by Curry, no good. Now with Capella, that finishing and rebounding are key to his game.
Yeah, and he's only going to keep getting better, Kevin, which is a scary prospect for every other center in the NBA.
54 seconds left to play in the first half. Curry gets the bucket.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Count it, good. And the Hawks lead by 1.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
36 seconds left now here in the second. Curry with another miss. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hunter the pass to Collins. And here's Young from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Coming off that loss against the Nets. And Thompson kicks to Chris. Pass to Pascal. Over Hunter. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Pascal's got 5 now.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And Green launches it from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Warriors ahead, leading by just 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. During one stretch, they trailed. And that.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Young dishes to Collins. Young's shot is off. The Warriors leading. Wiggins right side. Chris finds Thompson. Off target with his 3. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That will complete this 4-game homestand. From deep 3-point range, knocks it loose. It's stolen by Green, and it's the Warriors on the break. And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Green. Chris has got 6.
You can't overcommit when Green has the ball. He'll make you pay by finding the open teammate.
Young against Curry. To the inside. Hunter, the pass to Capella. Clock at 6. On its way from Young for 2. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The assertiveness of Capella, when he's playing with passion inside, it forces the D.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Chris, more and more, we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
I really love doing it on the road. At home is really cool, but on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect.
Yeah. This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it. They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Teague with a clean look. Sinks the 3-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
And they finally get one to go. And just in time, an 0 for 4 start to the second half can really make a team tighten up.
Dedmon with the block. They recover it. Down low. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And that one against the Pistons, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Poole. Teague covering, and Poole gets it to go.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Teague dishes to Dedmon. Stolen away. And stolen by Dedmon. Inside, Carter. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
To the paint. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the Warriors, the strength of their defense comes from their versatility.
Yeah, they have a roster that can switch on everything. Guys like Draymond allow them to go small and not lose out on D. I mean, this team is very smart with their defensive schemes.
Here's Curry, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, everyone has already agreed that Curry is a generational talent and one of the greatest shooters of all time. I mean, at this point, he is just climbing up the all-time list in NBA history. I mean, it's a robust resume.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, even a slight movement is going to catch a ref's eye. I mean, they're trained to focus on that.
From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
He's going to play his game the way he wants to for a long time. Because even when Curry gets older, even when he can't jump and can't run, he will never lose that jump shot. I mean, jump shots never get old.
Fernando, the pass to Carter. To the middle. Fernando, that's good. And the Hawks lead by 1. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Here's Pascal. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. They double him with Wiggins. Edmond passes to Carter. And again, it's Atlanta.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
On the wing, Green. 8 points for him. And it's good, 2 points. Green's got 10 points.
Well, Green embraces contact. We all know that. He loves owning the defense by finishing strong.
Reddish. And that one released in time, but no good. And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Warriors lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from... And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3/4 behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Carter out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point guard. So that's the Hawks 5.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Atlanta has possession. It's a 1-point game. And here's Young from the arc.
Some scouts look at Curry's size. They thought he might have had a hard time defending at this level. It's safe to say they were wrong.
But they get it back. Green in the post. Good work there as it goes. And the Warriors lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Young's shot is off.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Bucket is good. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
And that's another one for Green. I mean, they've done a very good job of establishing his offense tonight.
Yes! And the foul. They get Stephen Curry.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Vince Carter. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Curry on the wing, defended by Young. Good on the triple.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Curry brings the double. Takes a three. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Thompson from long range. Traps in the tray. Thompson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella. Capella's got 3 assists now in this one. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. From deep, another 3 for Golden State.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Young finds Capella. This one for 3. Again, Young missing.
I mean, with all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around their neck. I mean, somebody tell this guy to be more unselfish.
Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
Collins kicks to Young. Back to Collins. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Curry can't get it to go.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Wiggins is checked in for Golden State. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Pass to Capella. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Curry brings the double. And Young, here we go. He nails it, and we're tied up. Young's got 19 points.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
Here's Thompson. Takes the 12-footer and hits. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And in the moment of truth, Thompson putting the team on his back, trying to carry them across the finish line.
Pass to Capella to take the lead. Chris with the rebound. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Curry way outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
On offense, here are the Warriors. The lead is 2. Count it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Young passes to Hunter. Kicks to Young. Got it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And now here's Chris, defended by Young. Young with the steal. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Yes!
You know, after the pit, good job igniting the fast break. Young is a catalyst in so many ways.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 1. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What do you think, guys?
And this is it, guys. Down 1. They've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
It's stolen by Curry, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. this win such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment.
Thank you, David. Great.
time, hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need to edit, yeah. I see face and get it, hold up, ooh, that's it. Need a minute, need a plan to revive.
Up next, the Warriors taking on the Rockets. For the Warriors, obviously, it's been a long Whatever works, David. Thanks. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Green. And it's Chris in at the 5. To the left wing, back to Westbrook. And it's good for 2. Westbrook's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Rockets. These are 2 rugged teams, Doris. Rugged teams. Battle-hardened, tested, scrappy. This will be fun.
This will be fun, and we know one thing, Kevin. The execution is going to be there. There's a number of players tonight who've proven themselves capable when the game is hanging in the balance. Both teams run great stuff. I can't wait to see the action.
I can't either. Shot clock at 5. Houston needs to get a shot off. And a deep 3 from Harden. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, Russell Westbrook has excelled at being a facilitator. You love when he's focused on making his teammates better.
It's rebounded by Houston. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The feed to Covington. Green with the block.
Simply cannot throw up that weak stuff around Draymond Green. You'll hear about it. He will relish the opportunity to send it back.
An even 3-on-3 break. Covington with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Westbrook's got the ball. Wiggins with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Thompson puts up a deep 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Westbrook. To the wing on the left. Outside, House. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Out to Thompson. Curry looking it over. And there's the pass to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the IQ is just off the charts for Steph Curry. He senses when the defense has left someone open, and I guarantee you he will put it on time and on target. You know, simply stated, Draymond Green is an elite defender, one of the best in the game. But what's incredible to me is that he's able to accomplish everything he does on that end of the floor while being undersized in almost every one of his matchups.
Curry, good.
When a player is in his range as soon as he steps across the half-court line, that's almost impossible to check. Welcome, Mr. Curry, to the 3-party.
And Tucker kicks to Harden. Yes, that goes in. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night. And I know a lot of fans will wonder why centers just don't shoot over Draymond Green. Well, Doris, as you know, it's not that simple.
You're right, Kevin. Draymond, it's his competitive spirit. It's his willingness to hold his ground on the block, and it is very difficult to score on him. Why? Well, great length, great anticipation. This guy is flat out competitive and wants to challenge anyone, anywhere.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Rivers finds Carroll. Back to Rivers. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, tremendous composure on the interior from the guard, Austin Rivers. He's got the frame to complete that play.
Here's Pascal. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Rivers. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Passes it to Clemens. Over to the wing for three. The shot, no good. Great tee that time from Curry. Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Pass to Poole. Curry on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the three. And the Warriors get it back. Here's Pascal. And he uses the glass on the layup. Pascal's got his second bucket of the night.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
He gets it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Draymond Green, Lee out there with Steph Curry, and it's Pascal in at the 4 spot. And here's Rivers. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Here's McLemore, and it comes off the front of the rim. Warriors leading by 5.
Well, the commitment to winning for the Golden State Warriors certainly begins at the top of the organization, right, guys? Ownership has made it very clear money will not be an issue in retaining their stars.
And the basket by Pascal. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now the pass to Clemens. Outside, Green. High post try. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Green's got his first bucket of the night. And the Warriors ownership saying they want this organization to be more than a basketball team, Doris. What do you take that to mean?
I think it means, Kevin, probably the popularity of a great team can be leveraged, right? Via marketing, via media, technology, real estate. Those other revenue streams enable them to sustain this big payroll.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Jeff Green. Doris, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era?
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
Curry uses the glass that time, and it's good. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Right side, Lee. There's the double team with Covington. Pascal, the basket, Poole. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 9.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Chandler against Green. Chandler, the pass to Clemens. Here's Rivers. They grab their own miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Green, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And there's 1:45 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Curry. Pass to Lee. The tray. But they'll get another chance. Here's Pascal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And you know, for that Pistons game, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Harden inside the three-point line. No good there. The Warriors go the other way with it. Well, you have to be a fan of the way Kevon Looney plays, the former UCLA Bruin. He puts in the work on the defensive end, Doris, and it shows.
No doubt. He has evolved to be the kind of player who is often asked to guard the wings, sometimes even point guards. Just think back to last year's playoffs. He had to guard the likes of James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry. This guy is so gifted as a defender, and he's only getting started.
There's 53 seconds left here in the second. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Harden draws the double, and the turnover again by Houston.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Covington. 14th in steals, and of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. Looney kicks to Thompson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's tipped. Feeds it to Wiggins. Mba Amute with the steal. Covington into the lane. The kick out to Westbrook, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. And here's Harden for three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harden's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a... And that'll do it for...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. Here's Tucker, and another three for Houston.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Curry way outside, trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Rockets trail by 5, and Westbrook, here we go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Man, how high does Westbrook get up on these drives? The defense, no choice but to put him at the stripe. Boy, when you look back on Russell Westbrook's career, the athleticism at the point guard position, borderline absurd. The power, the speed with which he moves on the floor, boy, you just don't see it that consistently.
Hands it from downtown. Curry's got 12.
Steph Curry just rolling right now. We've seen many big nights from this guy. You might have to add another one.
And here's Covington from the arc, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 7 points for Robert Covington. And with Westbrook and his elite athleticism, Dorsett can be seen in his great statistics.
Well, you don't average 30 points a game in the NBA unless you can absolutely blow past defenders like Russell Westbrook. Gosh, the strength in his legs allows him to fight for rebounds. He is so productive from the point guard position. It's extraordinary.
Harden kicks to House for the tie. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Harden the pass to Tucker. Harden dishes to Tucker. The kick out to Westbrook. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Harden finds Covington. 6 to shoot. Top of the key. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Harden.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Stolen by Harden. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. The shot, no good. Warriors leading by 3. Green passes to Wiggins. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Houston moving the ball around. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The second effort. Wiggins passes to Green. Good on the shot. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Passes it to Covington. Here's Westbrook. Doris, do you think it's more challenging for superstars in smaller markets, mid-sized markets?
You know, this is such an interesting debate in a world that has become, because of social media, so much smaller. You know, I do think that certain larger markets, LA, New York, can be a blessing and a curse. It does still feel like that media scrutiny is a little bit larger. When things are going well, it's the best thing in the world. When things aren't going so well, boy, those day-by-day question after question can probably become pretty tedious.
And Westbrook throws it down.
If Westbrook senses even a sliver of space, he is going to attack the cup.
Here's Curry, and another basket for Golden State.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Westbrook finds Harden. Now, here's Tucker. Misses off the left iron.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Here's Green. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Harden, no good. Warriors leading by 8. Pass to Chris. Stolen by Harden. Westbrook kicks it to Tucker. Back to Westbrook. He dishes it to Tucker. And there's the pass to Westbrook. And here's Harden, guarded by Curry. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Tucker's got 8 points in the quarter.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Steph Curry with the rebound. Warriors leading by 5, and for Houston. McLemore is out there with DeMar Carroll. Then there's Green, then it's Harden, and it's Clemens in at the point.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Green. Passes it to Clemens. Rocket 6. Three-pointer. And James Harden good for 3.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Looney. Carroll with the rebound.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They've led by as many as 11 points. Shoots a 3. But they recover it. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. To the inside. And Harden with the stop.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And he gets the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Curry. Smile-a-geesh. He doesn't hit that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. McLemore, the pass to Harden. That one off the back iron and out.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Russell Westbrook in for Houston. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And finished off by Westbrook.
Westbrook demands the basketball and says, I got you, fellas. The big-time delivery.
Bowman, he's covered by Westbrook. 16 feet away, and he hits the jumper for 2. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Carroll finds Westbrook. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden surveying the D. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Bowman, he's covered by Westbrook. Right side, Green fires from 18. They get it back.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the blockout, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
Rockets trail by 4. 1:14 left in the game. McLemore inside the line. The Warriors pull it in.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Stolen by Westbrook. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game. Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 1. 56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And the decision-making tonight has just been outstanding. If the shot hasn't been there for him, he's just kept the ball moving. And that patience is how he's got his field goal percentage to almost 60 here tonight.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Green kicks to Wiggins. Here's Thompson. Here's Chris. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
Well, this guy, a top 10 pick in 2016, we have seen Marquise Chris's talent. We've also seen the areas where he can improve.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about. Getting the...
So we see the Warriors get the win.
been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our...
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Here's the starting group for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3 spot. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the center position. Good on the bucket. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. Westbrook up top, defended by Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
Capella, the pass to Collins. Shoots over Covington. Harden outside. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Young against Westbrook. And Young, here we go. And the layup is good. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Covington with the bucket.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Young against Westbrook. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively. Hard to close off the lane.
It's stolen by Capella. Fast break. The Hawks. Stops. Pops. Herter. No good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Young's shot is off. Rockets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. House dishes to Harden. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Herter passes to Capella. Rebounded by Tucker.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And the basket is good. Covington's got his second bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Count it.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Rockets leading by 7. Outside Westbrook. And he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. Over Young. And that one goes long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Herter, no good. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. They lead by 7. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Young doesn't get it to drop for him. So Houston will take it the other way. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Yeah, did a really good job of drawing foul after foul. Very physical and rugged in how they perform. And it paid off.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And Collins is right there.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Covington kicks to House. Pass to Harden. From deep three-point range, he can't get that one to fall. And no good. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
You've got Reddish, Bembry out there with Teague, then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Carter in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Rivers surveying the D. Lots of room. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Rivers has got his first points of the night.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense. Moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Here's Reddish. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Houston making a switch here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Green. And Bahamute comes in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington's checked in for McLemore. And it's James Harden in for Rivers. Harden's shot is off. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Tucker. And it's sent back by Carter. He lines it up, an emphatic LU jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The Hawks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Passes it to Bembry. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Covington.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The Rockets with another miss.
He hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Harden. Covington with the steal. And it's the Rockets on the break. The pass to Tucker. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Here is Mbamute. Misses off the right iron. For Atlanta, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And the wide open shot from Reddish. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Outside Covington. Out to the wing. Here's Tucker. The three-pointer is right on target. Tucker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from three, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Outside Carter. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the left wing. .103 left to play here in the half. He gets that one.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And a perfect time here to look at all the teams that score the most points off turnovers. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th best, the Rockets.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Bembry.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Mbamute finds Tucker. Back to Mbamute. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Reddish with the double team. Back to Harden. Houston moving it around. Count that one. And the Rockets lead by 5.
The interior game of Mbamute has improved and doing a nice job using his size to score.
Here's Covington. Houston gets it back. No good that time. Reddish kicks to Dedmon. Here's Carter. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
Nice attention to detail.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, what'd you think? And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
Good on the second free throw. Now, here is Harden. Outside Westbrook. Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, Harden is a remarkable talent, especially offensively. A versatile scorer who really is unstoppable once he gets going.
Capella, the pass to Young. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 11 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Young's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Harden gets the bucket.
You always got to track Harden, an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside. Well, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
Westbrook with the bucket. 8 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Young against Westbrook. In the corner, it's Hunter. Collins kicks to Capella. Young for three. Another three for Atlanta. And with Tucker Clark in his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
That's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
That one from long range. And that's now 18 points for James Harden. The Hawks trail by 7. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Out left to the wing. Here's Hunter. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Chandler outside. 1:44 left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
And Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Pass to Herter. Pass to Capella. Back to Herter. The Hawks working the ball around. And Young, here we go. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Here's Westbrook, and the layup falls. Westbrook's got the lead up to 9 now for the Rockets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. In the corner, it's Hunter. Takes the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night. Lobbed up there for Chandler. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
Here's Young. Offensive rebound. Capella kicks to Collins. Here's Herter. That 3 off the mark. Here's Tucker. Banked in off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Rocket lead.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And here's Young from the arc. That one, no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? The Rockets on top. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Atlanta, Carter is out there with Reddish. Then there's Teague, and it's Bembry in at the shooting guard position. Right wing, Reddish, the pass to Bembry. Over Westbrook. That's good. The Houston lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bembry. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Rivers dishes to Green. Back to Rivers. Pass to Westbrook. Back to Rivers. The pass to Green. Count that one. Green's got his first basket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
McLemore, no good. The Hawks trail by 7. Teague left side. Over in the corner, Reddish. Over McLemore. A shot by Reddish, no good. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Rivers finds Green, and Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Over in the corner, Reddish. Pass to Fernando. The shot from the low post is good. Fernando's got his first bucket in this one.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
A nice shot by Rivers.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Pass to Fernando. Carroll against Carter. Uncovered. That one doesn't drop. So Houston will take it the other way. It's Rivers on the wing. Passes to Clemens. Green left side. And Green slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
Hawks passing it around. Young from outside. Up again. And Collins is right there.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
There's the feed to Covington. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Green kicks to Covington. Harden inside the three-point line, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Harden's got 20.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the pump.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Rockets.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Young for 3, nailed from three-point land.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling.
Kicks it out to Harden from deep. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And in the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And now you have an album.
We're the land of the free.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it. Well, DA, they got a lot of pride there. There's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the point guard position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Chris. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Smitty, we know these two teams struggling right now, but just generally, what do teams do to get out of a slump?
You know, what I think they do is you have a lot of communication amongst each other. You just keep playing hard, usually playing hard, being competitive, and you get a couple wins. You need a couple wins, and then I think it can change around.
Shots good from Young.
The willingness of Young to work off the ball just gives the defense another thing to account for.
Thompson finds Chris. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Collins with some nice D. Young in the corner. Misses the 3. Wiggins left side. That one goes. Counted.
He has a very well-rounded offensive game. There's just no shortage of ways Wiggins has to punish an opponent, inside, outside, or otherwise.
Beasting on defense. First he closes out hard on the shooter, then he attacks the glass. Filthy.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Capella with it, working on Chris. Capella, the pass to Collins. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The more Collins hits this shot, the more valuable he becomes to this offense.
Here's Thompson, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
And you see Clay back out on the court. Can't help but think of him going down with that torn ACL in the finals.
And Clay showed exactly how tough a player he is. Stayed in to hit his free throws, asked to stay in the game, and became an instant legend, even in that losing effort. How about the heart?
We saw that coming all the way. Trae Young just doing what he does best.
Curry kicks to Chris. Pass to Thompson. The 17-footer. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The Hawks leading by 3. And here's Young from the arc. And Curry pulls it down. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Capella sends it back. Curry against Collins. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 9 points.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
And now here's Chris. He's tightly guarded. Wiggins passes to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Herter. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors trail by 5. It's Thompson off the drive, and the rejection by Collins.
Right there, the length of Collins proving to be the difference. Not in my house, he says.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. We got a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Warriors. It's been a rough season for them. The good news is the lottery is only a couple months away.
And for the Warriors, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
The pass to Reddish. Outside Teague. And the three off target. The Warriors trailing. On the wing, Thompson. Down low, Chris. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Knicks. Teague, the pass to Reddish. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Pascal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for John Collins. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Hunter. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And it's in there.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And it's sent back by Carter. But they get it back to the left side wing. The second chance effort. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Hawks lead by... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Bembry. Reddish out there with Carter. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Teague in at the point. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And the foul called on Kevon Looney. That's his first foul. Here's Bembry. A three-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Hawks shooting 43% from the field.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
And here's Wiggins after the three-pointer from Jeff Teague. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And Carter just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Smailagic. Dedmon defending. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Looney. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
It's good, and the Hawks lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Wiggins.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Warriors have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. 13 feet away. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They wreaked havoc on the defensive end and really held the pace of the game in their favor for the entire game.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And a change for the Hawks. Young's checked in. Here's Poole, and he jams it with authority.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. That one good for two.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Curry over Young. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go. Well, Smitty, the game is evolving. We know that. New moves and techniques developed. Talk about some that have grown in popularity since the time of your retirement to now.
You know, the step back is one, and then also the step back is one. The Euro step, and I think also guys right now being able to launch their bodies into guys. I don't want to say it's a move, but that's how guys are playing. Because you can't hand check, guys are throwing their body into the defender on the move even more.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Bembry. No good on the three. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Trailing by 2, coming off that loss against the Nets. Hunter kicks to Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Young for 3. They get it again. Bembry launches it. Young's shot is off.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Green dishes to Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Smailagic. And the Warriors miss again. And it's the Hawks' ball. Here's Young. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the paint, here's Thompson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
This kid knows when to shoot, when to drive, and when to kick. Trae Young has been out of this world tonight.
On its way from Curry for 2. And Green is right there.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Atlanta leading by 3. It's time.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry and Klay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Wiggins, and it's Chris in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Passes it to Capella. Young from outside. Green with the rebound.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Thompson misses.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Well, last summer, Greg, was supposed to be a large courtship for Klay Thompson. The injury, though, kind of changed things in his free agency.
It didn't take long for him to re-sign with the Warriors. I think as soon as the team offered him a max deal, he signed. Looks like the Splash Brothers will be together for quite some time.
Curry attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Warriors.
Stephen Curry tenacious on his attacks to the hoop.
Here's Young. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Green, and he lays that one in. Green's got his second basket of the game. The Hawks trail by 6. It's tipped and stolen by Wiggins. Inside. And the rejection by Collins. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Hawks, Reddish comes in for Hunter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. Teague for 3. Hawks with the new shot clock. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The drive by Thompson. And the rejection by Collins. Teague against Curry. Capella, the pass to Herter. Now, here's Collins. Capella kicks to Reddish. Pass to Herter. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Thompson. He's got 7. Hits the 3-point bomb. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first 3 of the game, something to build on.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East. Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Offensive rebound. No good. The Hawks trail by 7. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Rush. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. And for the Warriors, 5 straight finals appearances, something that hasn't been done since Bill Russell's Celtics of the 60s.
And those 5 appearances, Greg, produced 3 titles and was close to another one. Last year's finals not ending the way they wanted. Injuries certainly played a role. We'll see if they can make it back this season. Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Pass to Carter. The 3 ball. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Poole. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now an 8-point Warrior lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
There's the pass to Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Vince Carter with the slam.
Man, I love seeing Carter take flight. Vinsanity, a powerful dunker on these alley-oops.
Here's Curry. And he converts the layup. And the Warriors lead by 8.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Carter. Basket counts. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Curry. Knocks down the 3 ball. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
Stephen Curry putting the defense in no man's land, possessing quick feet and a fast release.
And he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he... And so it's the Golden State Warriors, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Trae Young. He's out there with Reddish. Hunter is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fernando in at the 4 slot. The Hawks trail by 9, passes it to Reddish. An even 3-on-3 break. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Monday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And that one against the Pistons. They have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
The Warriors making, and here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hunter kicks to Young. From outside the arc, the Hawks again can't hit.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Took him no time at all on that one. 6 points for Draymond Green.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Curry brings the double. Back to Dedmon. Here's Reddish. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. The shot by Curry, no good. The Hawks trail by 13. Bembry the pass to Reddish. From deep. They get it back. Bembry misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
I just hate seeing this, but no need to jump the gun. Let's see what it turns out to be.
And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. From a low-drama perspective, Steve, which stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin. Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
Sinks the triple.
Steph, maybe the best shooter we've seen from beyond the arc. Pretty.
Collins passes to Reddish. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5. Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Warriors leading by 13. Wiggins right side. Here's Chris. Feeds it to Green. And Capella sends it back. And he gets it back. Thompson for the triple. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steph Curry.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Buries it down low. And the Warriors lead by 14.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. No good from outside.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a 4th quarter he's going to want to remember. And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A confident win, and David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting... We welcome GA. Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. Now Golden State's starting five. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Green is out there with Chris, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? We'll just have to wait and see.
And it's the Rockets on the break, pushing it up. Here's Tucker. The Warriors pull it in. Their last encounter was in San Francisco.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
Thompson finds Green, shoots over Covington. Here's Chris. Tries again. That one goes in.
He has the tools and the physical advantages. Marquise Chris wanting to be more active on the offensive glass.
And the pass to Covington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Wiggins outside. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Curry. 13 feet away. Here's Chris. The shot misses, and the Rockets take it the other way. Covington dishes to Harden. To the middle. Here's Westbrook. Good.
Westbrook going up against anybody now. I don't think right now he's seeing any defense, Kevin.
To the inside. Wiggins.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Covington passes to Harden. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
Stolen by Thompson. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Passes it to Harden. Westbrook surveying the D. Back to Harden. The Rockets again can't hit. Warriors shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Curry against Harden. With the shot. And it's Green missing. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's Tucker. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. Curry against Westbrook. Down low. Covington with the steal. Harden the pass to Tucker. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Pass to House. And here's Harden, guarded by Green. It's Harden with the drive. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Westbrook. Curry can't get it to go.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Drains the three-pointer. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, Westbrook draws so much attention, so takes advantage there, finds a teammate.
Here's Curry. Banked in off the glass.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Outside, House. A nice shot by Tucker. Tucker's got his second basket.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Pass to Rivers. Here's Clemens. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter, we've got Looney, and it's Poole in at the point. Just 5 on the clock. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? They can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. Here's Poole. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Poked away. It's stolen by McLemore. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. And Green gets it to go.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
Warriors trail by 5. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Fires for 3. Pascal's shot is off. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 5. A second chance effort. Rockets with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And it's blocked. And it's the Warriors on the break. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Poole.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Looney. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Out to the right wing. And there's the pass to Poole. Here's Pascal. Shoots over Carroll. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets are always the result of that extra effort.
Well, maybe not a true point guard, but Austin Rivers is becoming more cognizant of keeping his teammates involved in the action.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Poole, and the layup's good off the glass. Poole's got 6 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Right side, Green. The jump hook. The shot is good off the backboard. Green's got his second bucket. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Here's Looney. He's guarded by Chandler. Thompson for the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Klay Thompson takes a ton of pride in the catch-and-shoot game. His release is lightning quick.
Chandler finds Harden. The 3. That shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Nets. Pass to Looney. Covington against Curry. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
And the basket by Curry.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Rockets. Harden the pass to Westbrook. Chandler outside. Harden left side. Over Thompson. Off the left rim and out. Here's Pascal. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Warriors on top, up by.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, what is working?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They did give up a couple baskets. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House and it's small forward. And the basket by Curry.
And just how quick is that release right there? Curry making his shot blocked once in a while. That's like a Haley's Comet. It's a rarity.
Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Tucker's got 6. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Houston in the lead. One-on-one here. And Westbrook throws it down.
I mean, just a terror in transition is Russell Westbrook exploding past the defense with that speed.
Thompson against Harden. Thompson dishes to Green. Chris kicks to Wiggins. over Westbrook. Bank shot, no good. Rockets leading by 3. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, the defense respecting the shot right there, and that creates a lane for him to drive right through. That's his game.
Thompson from long range. And Westbrook pulls it down.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. Pass to Tucker. Here is House. From deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half. And they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Curry deciding where to go with it. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
Right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
Outside, Green. Houston moving it around. To the wing on the left. Tucker, the pass to McLemore. Clement, guarded by Curry. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
To end the run, buries the long-range jumper. Thompson's got 6 points.
That's Klay Thompson thinking the game out right there. Maybe it's in the DNA.
Pass to House. Now McLemore. Here's Green. No good off the back of the rim. The pass to Chris. Outside Curry. There's the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for Green. And it's Austin Rivers in for Danuel House. The shot's good. That's 10 points for Steph Curry.
You got to guard the long-range ball, but Steph's so good at pulling up. Great footwork and foundation. A good job on the pull-up J.
Back to Tucker. Passes to Clemens. Lets it go with the 3. The shot will not fall. Warriors trail by 6. Out to the right wing. Here's Poole. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. He's got 8.
And the floor vision from Curry right there, setting up his teammates, sharing the ball.
Back to Rivers from the arc. That shot misses. Warriors have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. It's Curry outside. Buries it from 3-point range.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, well, that make right there, that could change things.
Clemens. Another miss by Houston.
And he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
Yeah, and that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
To the middle, stolen. And they're on the break. Puts it up from 12. Pascal. It's good on the putback. Pascal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Warriors on. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. And the shot goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook finds Covington. Now here's Harden. On deep. And Pascal pulls it down.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
It's Curry outside, and the Warriors get it back. Not going to go that time. Rockets trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there. That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Tucker. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Chris pass to Curry. Back to Chris. Over to the left wing. Pascal's shot is off.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those. Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Robert Covington. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Golden State. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
Here's Curry. Connects in the foul line jumper. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, I feel like the ball really isn't even getting anywhere close to the rim. It's all cotton right now.
Warriors leading by 5. Green taking his time here. From about 16, Rockets with the rebound. Outside Westbrook. And the dunk by Westbrook.
And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Thompson for the triple. And Mbah-a-Moute pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Thompson outside. Wiggins outside. Back to Thompson. And the rejection by Harden. Chris kicks to Green over Mbamute. Chris pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock for the 3. Great D that time from Westbrook. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Thompson for 3. Kept alive. Outside for Curry. From deep 3-point range. The putback. It's in!
Marquise Chris, that's confidence.
The Rockets have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. The 3 from Harden. The Warriors pull it in. 44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And a deep 3 from Curry. Curry with another miss. Here's Houston now. The 3 from Harden. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Inside, here's Green. That shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Pass to Tucker. And Mbamute dishes to Tucker. Houston moving it around. Westbrook passes to Harden to tie it up. Bullseye! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Money!
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
The 3 from Harden. Misses the tray. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.